Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday. All right, so here's the current situation. I moved the 53 Plymouth over to the other bay where I used to park the Beast here. 41 still where it was. So this bay now is going to be, a buddy of mine's going to bring his Bronco over here. And we're going to do some work to it. So it's going to go right here. So what I got is we're going back to the basics, because, well, this part of the shop still, yeah, rained, and now I got to get my post over here and blah blah. I don't want to talk about that. So what we're doing is I'm going back to the way I used to do this when I started, which was out in the yard. And this spot right here is shady all day. So that's how I used to do it. Just laid some boards down under the car so the grass don't grow up underneath it so bad. 28's getting ready to come off the trailer. I got one regulation 1928 Chevrolet that I showed you the other day when we was south of here. Complete truck. I got everything. There's some odds and ends missing, like I see the little grill shell's there, grill's not. I could build that. No step for stepper. And today I brought home the power plant. Now, I know what you're thinking. But these motors are about 3 feet from the back of the motor to the front of the motor without the big Barnum and Bailey fan they put on the front of them. That's going. And this truck, back in 28, this cow was longer than like the 32s, which you now see everybody making hot rods with. With that extra area, this motor, I believe, will fit. Height is going to be a tough one. As you can see, everything's gigantic. I'll put my hand here so you can see how big. I mean, it's just monstrous. So, I'll do it the way I always do it. Take the body off, set this in there, put the body over it, and we don't have any floors or anything, so I can't remember if it's got yeah, there's a firewall, but I'll go ahead and make the adjustments on that. It's got this mount. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll see. And this is out of I bought it from a guy sight unseen. Pretty low miles, running motor, good transmission, good motor. And it's out of like a Ford, the big Ford 650s. I think it was an ISB, something like that. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's 5'9", 359 cubic inch. I'm familiar with that. So, as you can see, the pump set up in the back instead of in the front. That's different from the other motor. So, the valve cover's a little different, but no big deal. Allison 1000, can't beat it. It'd be a solid truck if I can get that. It's getting it to fit. Everybody said I couldn't make it fit in a what are those guys called? Diesel Brothers, I think that's the name of it. They long time ago, well, it was when I was about 90% finished with it was a 52 Willys, and they built one, and they said they put a 4BT in it because the 6BT wouldn't fit without changing the front, without lengthening the front end. Mine was like I said, it was about 90% done, and I thought about sending it to them. That no, I did it, and it fit good. I'm building another one for a guy right now, a 50, and it'll fit in that too. Mine was a 24 valve. One I drove it every day for about 4 years. But anyway, I'm rambling. So that's what I'm doing. Is I got this here. I just picked it up this morning, and I'm getting the truck off of there. And I'll probably, I don't know, I'll probably start doing a little disassembly on the truck. And then I've thought about bringing my gantry over here too. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet or not. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna get back to work, quit jabbering. Later.